Hey, what's good, YouTube? What's good, my magical people? It's Unique Divination, and you are on Urban Mystic Radio. Check out the little dude, y'all. My little baby fro. I'm loving this right now. I had my hair in locks for almost 13 years. They were damn near down my back, and I kind of, I guess I dyed them too much, twisted them too much, so I let them go and trade for some healthy hair. So my hair journey is starting anew. I've never had my hair out like this before. I went straight from like braids and weave to locks, so this is a new experience and I'm loving it. So anyway, I wanted to make a video about Mercury going into retrograde from December 3rd to December 22nd. And although I'm not a big fan on continuously bringing up whenever Mercury retrograde happens, I know that a lot of us still need some type of guidance when Mercury retrograde goes into effect, because we just really can't operate during that time. And I just wanted to put this out because I want people to start moving above things that are happening continuously that we don't have any control over. We have no control over Mercury going into retrograde. It goes into retrograde several times throughout the year, but we can control how we maneuver through the retrograde, right? So I put out a little 14-minute video. It wasn't too long, about December full moon. You need to watch that video, like it, comment on it, tell me what you think. And it pretty much just gives us guidance on how to move the energy for the month of December. The full moon was in Gemini, and so it's kind of interesting that the full moon is in Gemini and Mercury's going into retrograde in December, because Mercury kind of represents Gemini. Radio, come on. I'm walking my dog. Little rugrat, boy. Letting him loose. He should have a leash on, but we're just in the neighborhood. So Gemini deals with like self-analysis, self-development, duality, union. When I think of union, I think of integration. I think of integrating our higher, lower selves, our shadow aspect of ourself, our light aspect of ourself. That's what I think of when I think of union. And so through Mercury retrograde, Mercury represents communication, especially. So Mercury retrograde kind of affects communication. It affects business. It affects how we act with other people. And so my advice moving through Mercury retrograde, I would not tell anybody to not do anything business-wise or, shut down, don't travel. I mean, people just shut down their whole life for Mercury retrograde. Don't travel, don't do any business. What if you get a job? What if you have a job interview and they call you back during the retrograde? Are you not going to take it because you think something bad's going to happen? We tend to put our life on hold. There's no reason to put your life on hold. Okay, as far as communication is concerned, you're going to have to stop and breathe just a little bit more than what you usually would until you become aware and are able to just move through everything no matter what. Okay? Stop, breathe, think, and reflect before you say something to somebody that you're going to regret. Who told you to cross the street? Get over here. Who told you to cross the street? This dude, he thinks he's like his own person. But stop, breathe, reflect, and think. If you have an argument with somebody, the full moon energy lasts roughly 3 days after the full moon. So we all know things get kind of crazy during the full moon. So you have to be especially careful on what you say. And if things get heated you've got to understand that it's your energy's amplified because you're under the full moon, and stop arguing and just walk the fuck away. Just walk away. That's going to be your best bet, right? If you continue to go back and forth with somebody during the full moon energy, during the retrograde, it's just going to get worse. It's going to blow up. Now, if some things come out, emotions arise, we say things we don't mean to say, this is still the perfect opportunity to go back to that person and just kind of talk things over and kind of make amends if you can, forgive and forget, work through the situation. That's a good thing about the Mercury retrograde I wanted to bring up. Sometimes past relationships come up, past people come up, things come up in the past that need to be healed or integrated, right? Me and my little sister, my only sister, my baby sister, we've got a rocky relationship. And, you know, me and her came together. It was during just a couple of days ago, and kind of rehashed things, and we're moving forward. So it might be, you know, somebody's going to come up in your life from the past during this time for you to be able to heal, right? And so just remember that. Make amends. If there's anybody that you feel guilty, that you feel like you've done something to, see if you can make amends. Even if you won't speak to this person, write them a letter, send them a DM, email, something. Just getting it off your chest and just moving forward, and just tell them, like, you don't even need to respond. I have to do this for myself to heal, okay? Because if you're not, if you don't do this, every retrograde, you're gonna keep running into the same person. You know, even if you don't see this person, write the letter, write it down, burn it, something, but release. If it's somebody that passed, do the same thing, write it, you know, talk to them, meditate, reach out to them. We always know that, you know, the dead are not really dead. They're always listening to us. So just pretty much try to patch up things on the communication side. Do not react. Don't be reactive. That's the thing when I had brought up breathing. Stop, breathe, reflect. You know, and it's not easy. These things that I'm telling you, don't think that I'm telling you these things because they're easy to do, because it's not. And if anybody tells you that it's easy to do, they're lying. Healing is not easy. Moving past transgressions that you have with somebody, whether they wronged you or you wronged them, is not easy. But, you know, if you want to grow, if you're working on your self-development, self-analysis, and being on a higher frequency, a higher mind, higher vibration, these are things that you're going to have to do. And it's not going to be easy. But that's going to test your character, your integrity, your discipline, and how much you're willing to grow to move forward in your spiritual journey. None of this shit's easy. And if you have a big ego, it's going to be even harder for you to step down because you feel like your pride is on the line, which is your ego. And it's not really your pride. You being humble is actually what you really want to see in yourself. So just think about that for a minute. Business and traveling. If you're going to travel, if you're not going to rent a vehicle, I just recommend that you make sure that you get an oil change. Make sure you got a tune up, your tires are right, you've got a spare tire in your vehicle, you have insurance. Do not travel and it'd be like damn near on E. I am one of them people that will hop in a car with a half a quarter tank of gas and say, oh, you know, I can make it to work and back. I'll get gas on the way home. That's some lazy ass shit. And I do it. Fill your tank up. Don't take any, just, you know, check everything off. Stop being lazy. Go ahead and get that full tank of gas. That way, when you step out on the road, if there's an accident, if you get stuck in traffic, you're not like, oh shit, I got like a half a quarter of a tank left and I got 6 exits left and my tank light just came on because it's empty. So don't be one of them people. Just make sure everything is, you crossed all your T's, dotted all your I's. Like I said, spare tire, check your tire pressure, get a tune up if you can. If you can't do any of these things and your car is jacked up, don't travel. If you can't rent a car, don't travel. You don't want to take any You don't want to put yourself out there if not need be. Okay? Business, just make sure you're taking your time. I like to rush. I've been learning how to edit videos. I just throw videos out there. I'm learning how to take care and just pay attention to what I'm doing and learning, and not just, putting things out there just as self. Like, I'm actually attempting to learn the basis of anything that you're doing business wise, whether it be for yourself or anybody else. If you've got a bully at work, now's the time. You either have a meeting with that person or your supervisor, or go to human resource. If this person is tormenting you at work, and it's even better at work because you have a constructive setting. And if you feel like you're going to get fired, for retaliation or whatever, go to your human resource and express that. Okay? So any relationship anywhere needs to be worked out. At work, you are the creator of your own universe. You create the space that you want to live in. I don't want anybody violating my space, my boundaries, my line. I respect people at work, at home. I want the same. And so I make moves to make sure that doesn't happen, because I am the creator of my own universe. Nobody's going to make me feel uncomfortable. Just like we should not be making anyone else feel uncomfortable. Okay? So I've personally just been working on open communication, allowing people to express to me how they feel, how I make them feel. Everybody's perception is our reality. And once we all come together and talk, we can all see each other's perspective and each other's reality. Okay? So those are just some tips that I had for Mercury Retrograde. I posted a little meme on my Instagram, make Mercury Retrograde your bitch. Right? Don't allow Mercury Retrograde to dictate your life and to put your life on hold and feel like you can't do certain things, and just put you in a state of fear and anxiety, because that's all I see. Every time retrograde comes around on social media, everybody's scared. Nobody wants to make moves. People are posting lists of shit that you don't need to do. Like, nah. You should be more powerful than that. These planets have been doing the same shit since before the end of time. The planets, the stars. We're a part of this. There's no reason to fear any of it. You need to learn how to work through it. Right? So, thank you to all my subscribers, people that follow me. My numbers are growing slowly but steady. I think I've got like 107 subscribers now. I appreciate it. I love you all. I'm glad that you can get some insight from me. Go to my website, www.urbanmystic.com. Check out my frequently asked questions page. Check out the coven. Join the clan. We've got some great things going on. When you sign up, you get free ½ ounce of my handcrafted money oil and a free bar of my money attraction ritual soap. Okay, and that's just for joining. Subscribe to the page if you haven't already, so you can get notifications on all my wonderful, insightful videos that I have for you guys. Like and comment, okay? I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.